What's up, my bruh boy gamers? And today I wanted to do something a bit different this time. I wanted to do a VHS weapons tier list. So I haven't played the beta yet. I haven't gotten the key, but I have evaluated a ton of gameplay. I have been watching VHS gameplay fucking consistently the past 3 weeks, ever since the beta pretty much got announced. I've been watching Twitch streams consistently. So, this is my opinion entirely. So I want to just get right into it. So starting off with the flamethrower. Now the flamethrower, from what I've seen, is an incredibly good weapon at zoning. So this is going to be really good against a wart, possibly a werewolf at times, except it might be a bit more difficult against them because they're so fast. Dollmaster could, honestly, this is pretty much a neutral weapon, except it is definitely more efficient at making, or kind of outlasting, a wart's armor. So I am going to put this one in B, because it does have a decently long charge time and not a great range. Next, we have the Molotov. This is probably the most fun weapon in the game. I mean, I don't even need to play the game to say it. It's just, fucking say this. This is the most fun weapon in the game. You're going to be hitting, if you're a good player, you're going to hit cross-map snipes. Maybe you'll be Kenzo, and maybe you'll miss it when the killer is standing on top of you. But that's fine, because you'll learn it eventually. This is a very hard weapon to get very good with. But I think it is very strong when you get to learn it against every monster. So I'm going to put this one in S tier. Next we have the Solar Flare. Used to be called the Sunstone, but they changed it. This one is an interesting one. It is a incredibly good weapon at blocking off an area from the monster. Zoning, as well as it's very good at doing that. Flesh Immortal had a video showing him outlasting the entirety of a wart's fresh armor with the Sunstone and getting the stigma off. I think this one is very good at defense, but it also can be pretty good at offense against something like a Dollmaster while he's stunned after you get his doll. So I'm going to put this one in mid B. Now we have the ray gun. This one is the ultimate zoning weapon, but when it comes to killing, it's pretty bad at times. You have to be incredibly accurate, and that's really hard to do with this weapon specifically because of the way the projectiles come out. And if the werewolf's in Berserk, if it is a doll, if it's a doll you're trying to shoot, and if it's a werewolf you're trying to shoot, you are going to miss a lot. And it is going to use up a lot of ammo before you can even get value out of this. So I'm going to put this one in C. It's good against war armor. A lot of these zoning weapons are all good against war armor, but everything else they're not the greatest at. RC Flyer. Now, I really thought this one was pretty bad at first. I thought this one was bad at first, but then after watching more gameplay, I think this one is very good. I think this is probably one of the better shock weapons here. It will keep you away from the killer away from the monster, sorry, if you use it outside of the tension track. And it's I thought that it wouldn't deal as much damage as it did. I knew it was very good at zoning, and it is, because the RC Flyer is incredibly fast even when firing. So it is going to be decently hard to destroy it unless as a monster, unless you're hiding behind a door, the RC Flyer comes in, you just immediately whack it. I'm going to put this one in A tier. I think this one's fun, and I think it's good. Shock Sphere. I thought this was the most broken thing I have ever seen when I first saw it, and now I think it looks pretty mediocre. When you're deaf, it makes you deaf when you have it up, so you can't hear anything. You can't hear a tension loop. You cannot hear the monster's footsteps. The only thing that will be able to guide you to the monster is line of sight or teammates spam pinging. And I think that really lowers the value of this weapon. So I'm going to put it around the solar flare level in B. Now we have the cross. The cross is an interesting one. It's like a shotgun, except it is a consistent spray forward. It's like a cone. This one is very, very high damage, and it's really good at zoning if the monster is not fast. It's not that great against a doll or werewolf in my opinion, but wart is pretty good, I think, against. But it is still, I just don't think it compares with any of these other weapons in B in my opinion, so I'm going to put it above the ray gun in C. Now the slingshot, this is pretty much just a worse version of the Molotov. It travels slower, the damage zone is not as big. The only time I think it is a guarantee kill compared to the Molotov is if you get a direct hit, because it sticks to the monster. It is a secret grenade, but how often that's going to happen, I don't know. I don't really... I think you should be prioritizing the Molotov a lot more for this one. This one might be a good stun weapon, but when getting the Sigma off, I just think it's going to be horrendous to try to use. I'm going to put this one in D. Now, you have the staff. This one, you have to actually heal others or heal yourself to charge it so you can use it. But when it is charged, it is a destroyer. It demolishes monster from a... It has aim, like a massive amount of aim assist. The monster could be like here, you could be aiming here and it will like literally lock on to the monster. And it has a very good range. It's pretty much the cross, but better in my opinion. So I'm going to put this one in B. A lot of B's. The cursed sword. This one is very, very good at zoning. This is the flamethrower on drugs, basically. It goes incredibly far. You swing it, it goes pretty much across the map. You have 10 swings with it, which is a lot of ammo for this weapon. And the damage it deals if the monster's in the swing zone long enough, it is crazy. I think this one is going to be an A. Now, the eyeball. This one is similar situation to the RC Flyer. I don't think it is as good because of how loud it is and how long it takes to actually get out. You have to perform like a whole chant for like 3-5 seconds, somewhere between there, and it just takes a long time to come out. And you have to be a direct hit. It's basically a shock sphere, but you're not the one well, you are controlling it, but you're not in it. So I'm gonna put this one probably around here. Put that one there. And then the Enigma. This, it also charges up. It's like the shock sphere, and it's like the staff, except you charge it by being close to the monster. So you have to put yourself in danger to be able to use this weapon, but when you have it up, it is a destroyer. Very similar situation to the staff. I think a lot of people underplay this one. The Dead Silent mutation, or Dead Silent weapon mod, sorry, I think will actually be a very good one for those who want to get it charged up as fast as possible. So that's just one of those mods I would suggest if you think the downside is how long it takes to charge. So I'm going to put this one at the very top of C tier. So that is going to be my tier list for all the VHS weapons. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.